It's not the New York Yankees that I'm watching. It's not. I refuse to believe that this is the team that I grew up watching. What in the fuck is going on? Luis Severino probably shouldn't pitch again this year. Look, I love the guy. He is such a cool guy, but this is unacceptable. This right here, what we're feeling today, it's unacceptable. That was the Chicago White Sox. There is no way in hell we should be losing to the Chicago White Sox, the team that Keenan Middleton has been talking shit about all fucking week. We should not be losing to them. They are dysfunctional. They are worse than us when it comes to dysfunction. We're letting Tim Anderson look like a top 5 shortstop again. We're letting Luis Robert look like fucking God. And then, bro, in tonight's game, you know who really lost this game for us? Look, Sevy was not good. 3 runs in really 2 innings, to be honest. But he didn't lose us this game. You know who did? Oswaldo Cabrera. Now you might be wondering, how the fuck did he lose us this game? I barely saw his name being mentioned at all. Well, in that 7th inning, bases loaded, no outs. He didn't even attempt to swing. And now look, I get Aaron Bummer is a difficult pitcher to look at, but those were hittable pitches. I'm sorry. When there is bases loaded, no out, you have to put the ball in play or at least make an attempt to. If Higgy came up in that at-bat, we were only down 5-3 and we still had things going in our favor. We're still moving the momentum. Once Oswaldo gave them that first out, he let those pitchers exhale. He said, okay, we just need a ground ball, and that's exactly what Higgy gave them. I'm not saying Higgy gave it up because he put the ball in play hard. It just ended up going to somebody. I'm not going to fully fault him for that. Oswaldo's got to put the ball in play. And also, where the fuck was Volpe there? How do you not think, oh, so one of my elite young stars, one of my elite prospects is on my bench tonight. We instead have this kid who's been up and down all year coming up in this situation that could be make or break for our fucking season, and you decide to keep him in. I'm sorry. You gotta be smarter than that if you're Aaron fucking Boone. This is what I'm talking about when I say Aaron Boone might be one of the most asleep at the wheel managers in baseball. How do you look at that situation and not think that that's the perfect situation for Anthony Volpe? He's a guy who's fast. He's a guy who puts the ball in play. He's a guy who can put the ball the other way. How do you not bring him in there? It's getting ridiculous because these are not series we should be losing. We have only won 3 series since the start of July. I'm sorry. We're not making the playoffs. I know I was one of the last believers, but I have finally fallen off. We are not making the playoffs. After tonight, I think we're like 6 back of the wild card. And if we keep playing like that, where we get people in scoring position, we're just staring at pitches that could be hit. We're just staring at them, ruining the momentum, and there is no accountability. Aaron Boone should be in Oswaldo's fucking face after that. That's the problem with Aaron Boone. He is too hitter friendly. He is too player friendly to where any mistake they make is fine. No, they're not fine. At some point, you gotta have a little bit of Billy Martin in you. You gotta be able to call these motherfuckers out. Yo, Oswaldo, what the fuck are you doing? You might have just costed us this game. You gotta put the ball in play there. It's really annoying when you see that Aaron Boone still has this like go lucky attitude about these players with the way this season has gone. I don't like to keep this position because I know how difficult it is to be in that position. I know it's very difficult, but there are things that a first grader would know that Aaron Boone is not doing. Like little league coaches would get on a player for not putting a ball in play there. There would be travel coaches getting on a player for not doing that. but yet he is a major league coach. Not just a coach, he's a major league manager for the New York Yankees. Yet, it's fine, guys. It's okay because it's right in front of us, right? It's right in front of us. No, it's not. We controlled our destiny after the trade deadline. We were only 2 to 3 back of the wild card. You know what we did? We threw it all down the fucking toilet. Why? Because A, our starting pitchers out of Garrett Cole can't throw a ball over the fucking plate, and when they do, it gets hit 500 fucking feet. Next, you have situations like this. Bases loaded, no out. We're getting nothing out of it. At some point when it happens, time and time again, it falls on one guy. Who's that guy? Aaron Boone. They have to make adjustments, and you're the one who has to force them. They're not going to adjust. They have shown you that. It is on you to make them adjust. You know, I thought when Judge came back, it was going to be this like our savior type moment where, you know, we start to get our fire back, and then we sweep that series with Kansas City. We have all these series that we look kind of okay in, but it's fallen off a cliff. We have Miami coming up. They're a tough team to deal with. We have Atlanta coming up. They are the toughest team to deal with in baseball. Then we got Boston coming up. Would anyone be shocked if we are going into that Boston series on a 7-game losing streak? Would anyone be shocked? Because I wouldn't at this point. And I'm never that type of guy. I always look at things like, hey, maybe this is the start of our rally. You know, maybe this is the start of something. Maybe we could start our comeback here. I'm tired. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of this team letting me down time and time again. It really pisses me off that there is not even going to be a conversation about Aaron Boone's job security. Because after this year, there's a lot of evidence there to say maybe he could be the problem. Maybe he is the problem. And then, of course, they're not going to fire Brian Cashman. So I know they also said his job is completely safe. But I knew that would happen because him and Hal are like this. There is no separating those two. So it's literally something has to happen with Brian Cashman where he leaves the ownership zero choice. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.